Hi guys, it is Aoife from Words of Clover and I'm here with a very exciting video today, and that is to officially announce the Irish Readathon 2026. If you are new here and you've never heard of the Irish Readathon before, this is a readathon that I co-host with my lovely friend Leanne over at Leanne Rose. I will leave her linked below, and we host it for the entirety of March, so it is a month-long readathon, and it is basically just encouraging people to read Irish books, pick up Irish authors, books set in Ireland, about Ireland, everything Ireland. And yeah, we love doing it. This is, I actually can't even remember what year this is now, but we've been doing it for a good number of years, and I think it is our favourite time in the book calendar for the both of us. And yeah, we're really glad to be back for another year with the Irish Readathon. So I just wanted to share some of the prompts for this year's Irish Readathon. Again, we always try and make this as casual as possible, as we know people live very busy lives. Sometimes it can be hard for to fit in like very specific prompts, especially for books by Irish authors. And if there are people in different countries, it might be a little bit harder for them to find books by Irish authors available to them through their libraries or local bookstores or anywhere that they use for getting books. So yeah, this is really casual. You only need to basically do one prompt or just read a book about Ireland at all to participate. And yeah, I will get in with to the prompts now and let you guys know what we've chosen for this year's prompts, and I think they are particularly good this year. So the first one is the one we always repeat, and it's the only prompt on this list that you don't actually have to read a book, an Irish book, like a book from an Irish author or about Ireland or set in Ireland, and it is just to read a book with green on the cover. So this can be any book at all, as long as it has green on the cover, and then you have participated in the readathon. So yeah, I always love this one, and I love, like, it's great if you can fit in an Irish book with green on the cover, but if you can't, this is just a way of being able to participate. Number two was kind of like an easy one for us, because I don't know if anyone has seen kind of the 2026 releases lined up for this year, but there are some fantastic books coming out from Irish authors, but also like established Irish authors and Irish authors that I particularly, and I know Leanne as well, really love. So we have a really bumper year of really good 2026 releases, or like really exciting 2026 releases. So the second prompt is to read a book by an Irish author who has a 2026 release. So this could be Maggie O'Farrell, it could be Louise O'Neill, it can be Liz Nugent, all who have 2026 releases coming up, but you could read any of their backlist books as well. Yeah, we thought this one was a good one, as there are a few authors who are quite established and do have a good backlist for people to access. So that's probably my favourite one, I think, on this list. Number three is to read an Irish book that starts with a letter in Ireland. So Ireland, Ireland. Any book that starts with any of those letters can fulfill this prompt. Number four is to read an Irish book with a great first line. Now this could be that, like, you decide to fill in this prompt after you read a book and you think it has a good line. You could have a few books on your shelves that are Irish or by Irish authors, and you could just choose which one you prefer, like the first line of one of those books. In particular, what I will say is I read a book last year called Ordinary Lives by Niamh Ní Mhaoláin. It is in my best of the year 2025, and that in particular has a really good first line. So for that in particular, that's what I would be recommending for people. But it's totally up to you how you want to interpret this this prompt. If you want to like fill it in after you've read a book or before you've read a book, you can do whatever you want. Number five is to read an Irish book about family. This is actually, I feel, kind of like an easy one, because I feel like a lot of Irish books tend to be somehow around family. Like, family is obviously a really big thing in Irish culture. We have traditionally had quite big families, though not quite anymore, but like I know my family, or like my dad's family and my in-laws family, are all quite large, because there was just a tradition of those kind of big Catholic families at one point in time. And also we do love a dysfunctional family novel. So I think this could be one you could fill in after you read a book, when you realise it focuses very heavily on family. But I do think it shouldn't be too hard to find an Irish book about family, because a lot of them do tend to be about family. And then prompt number 6 is to listen to an Irish book on audiobook. So that's just pick a particularly good Irish audiobook. And yeah, I'm going to leave, when I do my TBR in a couple of weeks, I will be leaving any good like recommendations for audiobooks. There are a few narrators that I particularly like who tend to do Irish audiobooks. One of them is Aoife McMahon is one. Caroline Lennon is another one. She does all of the Jane Casey, Maeve Kerrigan books. So she's someone who I would recommend as well. So yeah, some really good narrators there. So you could even look them up and see what type of books they have been narrating on, like whether it's Libby or your library, Borrow Box, etc. So there are some really good Irish narrators out there. So yeah, those are our prompts for this year. Please let me know what you guys think about them, if you're excited to be back for another year. I will leave a link to the Discord down below if you have any issues getting into the Discord. We've had a few issues with like spammers coming into the Discord. So if you have any issues getting in, just let me know, and I will invite you or send you a personal link for the Discord, because I had to kind of just fix things with that, because yeah, we were getting some like spammers in and it wasn't very nice. And yeah, if you guys want any particular recommendations right now for any of these prompts before I do another like a bigger TBR video, please again in the comments just let me know, and I will can kind of let you guys know now in case people do want to look up, like order anything or reserve any books from the library ahead of March. So just let me know in the comments and I will answer those as quickly as I can. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for always being here and being so supportive of the Irish Readathon. It really, really means a lot to us. And yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you guys again next time.